Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video day. And the Houston Astros have beat the Seattle Mariners 9-2 in the series opener. Great win for the Houston Astros to go on a 9-0 run in this game. Who fell down 2-0 early in the game and then scored 9 straight ones to win this one. Unbelievable day for the Astros as they reached 13 hits, one of their highs of the season. Sean Dubin gets the win. Lance McCullers Jr. has his best outing since coming back from the injured list. Jose Altuve goes yard twice to become the 4th Astro this season, and back-to-back games for the Astros where they have a player hit a multi-home run game. Last game, it was Isaac Paredes, and this game, it is Jose Altuve. Before, you would have, I'm sure people remember this, but the two players before that, the two players that did it before Altuve and Isaac, surprising that those were the first two players to do it. Jake Myers and Can Smith, before the last couple games, were the only players at multi-home run games for the Astros. Can Smith against the Padres, Jake against the White Sox. It's not surprising to hear that Altuve and Isaac have one, but Jake Myers and Can Smith are two guys that were the first two guys to do it, and then Altuve and Isaac have joined the list as well. So 4 Astros having multi-home run games this season. Maybe the Astros can add to that list. Maybe the Astros possibly could have a third straight game doing that. I don't know. We will see. But this was an amazing performance for the Astros. 9-2 is the final score. 13 hits for the Astros, 10 for the Mariners, 1 error for the Astros, 0 for the Mariners. Win goes to Sean Dubin. He's 1 on the year now, 0-2. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. It was the last 2 outs of the 5th inning. He gave it 1 hit, but got a strikeout. Loss goes to George Kirby. His first game back. Loss goes to him. He's 0-1. 3 2/3, 6 hits, giving up 5 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. I know there are a lot of people potentially doubting the Astros' chances to win this game with Lance McCullers Jr. on the mound, but what I said before this game was I will go with the team that has the starting pitcher pitching in his 4th start from coming back in the injured list than the team that has their starting pitcher in his 1st start back from the injured list. Before I get into the scoring summary, one thing I want to go over real quick is how this team is completely different when they're at home. At this point now, the team is 16-9 at home, and they started off 2-4 at home. It was a real bad struggle for this Astros team at home to start off the year. They got swept by the Giants. That took them to 2-4 at home to start off the year. A lot of people were talking about the offense not being able to hit well at home, this team being terrible at home, and ever since then, you've seen this team just absolutely just turn things around when playing at home, to the point where since they had their first 6 games at home, then went on a 2-series road trip, came back to home after that, and ever since then, the Astros are 14-5 at home. And if they can win 2 of the next 3 games in this series, it will be 7 straight series won for the Astros. So right now, 6 series won in a row at home for the Astros at home. So, just the way this team plays at home, it's a completely different thing. And I think people ask me what's wrong with this Astros team. Why they play so well, sometimes, and then you see the struggles like they do, like we saw in Tampa Bay in those last 2 games. It's because this team cannot play well on the road, and it's surprising. It's something I didn't think I would say this year, because the previous years we've seen this team being so dominant on the road and so bad at home. But that's kind of flipped around this year to the point where they are so great at home and so bad on the road, to this point where now after the road trip ended against Tampa Bay, they are now 10-15 on the road. So the good thing I can say is the Astros' next 9 games after this are at home. That's really positive. And then the next 3 road games after that are against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, but those are the positive things I can find with the next 9 games being at home, where the Astros have played so well. But we'll see if the Astros can potentially get that 7 straight, home series win, because they need to win 2 of the next 3 in this series for that to happen. It's a little bit harder to get the series win in previous series because this is a 4-game series. The 6 previous series for the Astros where they've won at home have all been 3-game series. All the Astros home series this year have been 3-game series. And they've won, not only that, but they've won 7 of 8 as well. But let's get into the scoring summary. So, the Mariners scored the first 2, a Tellez RBI single, and a Dylan Moore home run makes it 2-0. Lance had a dicey start, but it's how he finished his start, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. Isaac Paredes with his 20th RBI of the year, and another game for Isaac with an RBI. Not an amazing way to get an RBI, but a fielder's choice is a great way to get the Astros on the board, 2-1. And then this is not, as good as from Jose Altuve as what we saw later on in the game, but a sacrifice fly for Jose Altuve. This was a great out. This was a great sac fly by Altuve to get to get the runner Dubon home. Just an unbelievable hit to the outfield. And Altuve was an 0-2 count. Could have screwed it up, but with 1 out, could have struck out. Could have ground out into double play. You could think about all the terrible things that could have gone wrong for this Astros team with 1 out and runners on the corner. And Altuve was able to get that runner in to tie the game. And it's the next inning that the Astros just go off. Mauricio Dubon, RBI single. Myers scores. He's been amazing these last 2 games. We'll talk about that. And that makes it 3-2. The Astros get the lead. And this was, I think, the moment I knew, okay, this team is going to have a good night tonight. Because the Dubon single, it's 3-2. The bullpen's is gonna have a big part in the game with Lance McCullers Jr. on the mound. Not super confident yet, but this Jeremy Pena RBI triple to score 2 runs. Smith and Dubon to get Pena's 500th hit, and not only that, but his 24th and 25th RBIs of the season makes it 5-2. And then this was special. Jose Altuve, 403 feet, crushed this one to left center. 6-2 without a home run for Altuve. His first home run since April 28th, and his first home run at the 3 spot. Possibly his first home run at the 3 spot since 2019. Because I know his last time before this season, the last time he had an at bat at the 3 spot was 2020, and Altuve didn't have a lot of home runs that year in that shortened season, and he also had a lot of at bats at the 2 spot. 2019 might have been the last time Altuve hit a home run at the 3 spot. I could be wrong on that. 2020 might have been as well. But 6-2 for Altuve after that home run. But then Altuve does it again. This one's a 2-run shot. Paredes scores, and it is 8-2. And Caratini hits this RBI single to left, his 6th RBI of the year. Diaz scores, it's 9-2. Before we go over the Astros hitters, I'm going to go over pitching. Lance was great today. 4 1/3, 5 hits, 200 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. That is a season high for Lance McCullers Jr. Not only that, but the first time he threw a pitch in the 5th inning, which I think is positive. You would have loved to have seen Lance had an opportunity to try to get that 2nd or 3rd out in that 5th inning. He failed to do it. But I like that Joe Espada, Joe could have kept Lance in there. He did not reach 100 pitches yet. He was at 91, the highest pitches he's thrown since his injury as well. But Joe was very smart to take Lance out in that situation, bring out Sean Dubin, who did well in that 5th inning. But Lance, still, great day. ERA drops to 6.57, which obviously is not good, but that ERA dropped by 1 point. It was 7.5 or 7.6 going into the day. Like I talked about Sean Dubin being so amazing. How about Steven Okert? He was great. He pitched the 6th inning for this Astros team today, and he struck out the side. He was amazing. Brian King gave up 2 hits in the 7th, but at the same time, got the inning done. I didn't like that Brian King was put in that situation in the 7th inning. I mean, obviously, it's Brian King's a great pitcher, but I didn't like the Astros using him today. Obviously, the Astros could use him tomorrow, but with him pitching 22 pitches today, it makes it a little bit harder for Brian King. Could probably pitch for the Astros tomorrow, but if you need Brian King to go 1 1/3, or you need Brian King to go maybe 1 2/3 tomorrow, because you've got Gusto on the mound, it makes it a little bit harder for King to potentially be stretched tomorrow, especially with pitching in 22 pitches. I didn't like Joe Espada using King today, when you very well probably will need him tomorrow with Gusto being on the mound. I mean, I don't see Gusto going more than 5 innings. Or more, at least more than 6 innings. Caleb Ort pitches, 2 innings for the Astros, which was great for them. Gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts for Ort. He was great. That was it for the pitching. Let's go over the hitting real quick. Jeremy Pena, I'm frustrated with this. Two times Pena was hit by pitch today. 4 times in the last 3 games. I don't want to see him keep getting hit. That is what I'm very frustrated about with this game. 9-2 ball game. There's not a lot of things you can find to be frustrated about, but that is one thing I am frustrated about, and it's not even the Astros' fault. Preferably, I'd like to see Jeremy Pena getting hit less. The Astros cannot afford to lose another player. But he hit that RBI triple. That was the only hit for him today. That was one of the best ones of the day outside of Altuve's home runs. Isak went 0 for 4 today. Crazy Astros. With the way Isak's been playing recently, I think if you would have told me the Astros have 13 hits and he has 0, I would have called you crazy. But he did have one of the 9 RBIs for this Astros team today in that 3rd inning with the fielder's choice. He was hit by pitch in the 6th. Jeez, another hit by pitch. And then Altuve went 2 for 4. He hit the sac fly. The 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, the most RBIs Altuve's had in a game this season. Yainer Diaz went 2 for 4. Great to see him hitting the ball well. 2 singles, a walk for Yainer, a run scored. Christian Walker 1 for 5, hit that single to right in the 6th inning following Altuve's home run in the 6th inning. That was it for him. Victor Caratini, man, has he been special recently. RBI single in the 6th inning. Infield single in the 5th. 2nd inning single to left. 3 for 4 day. 287 on the year now. Love what he's been doing recently. Jake Myers, 1 for 4, 304 batting average now. That did go down. He came in today 308. Single to left in the 4th inning for Jake, though. 1 for 4. Can Smith went 1 for 3. Scored 2 runs. Had a single to left. Walk in the 4th inning. Struck out Sweeney in the 7th. Fly out to left in his 3rd at bat. Mauricio Dubon, has he been great in the last 2 games? 2 singles to start off this game. Single to center to get Smith to 3rd in the 3rd inning. This was a big reason the Astros scored a run in the 3rd inning. With the back-to-back singles for the Astros. 4th inning, he hits an RBI single to give the Astros the lead. Scores Myers. And that was 5 straight plate appearances for Dubon with reaching base. Yesterday was a walk, a home run, and a single. Today was starting off a single and a single. His last 2 at-bats, a ground out and a pop out. But still, great day for Dubon. 2 for 4, batting .271 now. You see what Dubon and Caratini have done recently, and they both deserve playing time with how good they've been. And honestly, I like the way this lineup was. I don't think there need to be any changes. I like some of the guys that are on this bench. I like Zach DeZenzo. I like Brendan Rodgers, and I like Chas McCormick. But Dubon and Caratini have deserved. They have won themselves more playing time with the way they played recently. So, but great job by them. So Astros win 9-2. You guys let me know your thoughts on the win in the comment section. How do you want to see this Astros team not bounce back, but how do you want to see this Astros team go out there tomorrow, and what do you think they need to do to get a win? Tell me that in the comment section. And what did you guys think about this performance? Look, I'm not surprised the Astros won this game today. I mean, they don't lose 3 games in a row often. They've only done it twice this season, when they got swept by the Giants, and then there was a time when they lost 2 games in a row to the Brewers, and they had lost the game before. They I don't know who they played before this, but they had lost the game before playing the Brewers in the Brewers series, and then lost the first 2 games in the Brewers series. I don't know who they played before that though, but. So it's only happened twice this year. This team has lost 3 games in a row. So I didn't expect it to happen again today, especially with the Astros being at home. And I do believe the Astros get another win tomorrow with Gusto on the mound, and the Astros facing Hancock, who has a 6.5 ERA. So let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.